Today I'm gonna skin a pintail. More than one way to skin a duck, I guess, but this is the process I like, what I've got accustomed to, I guess. Stretch out the wings, make sure they're loose, make sure the legs are loose, head and neck. Yes, it's all borax. I tend to skin it on a tray like this. That way it's just easily to grab, catches the fluids. You figure out, here's your sternum from my thumb to thumb, that's the guts. I like to skin here to here. There's my incision. Get past there, that skin is so tender and tends to rip when you're fleshing. If you stop up here where the skin's tougher, it's less likely to rip. I know some guys like to skin from the rear end forward. I skin forward to the rear end. Doesn't matter where you go, where you start. You can part your feathers. As long as you go in and come upward, you're not cutting feathers, right? You can spin that around. Run alongside the sternum. Stopping right there. Part it open. This pretty bloody one. Hold. My knife is not super sharp. I don't like super sharp knives. You cut through the skin easier. If you have it just sharp enough, it'll only go through the little soft tissue. Sometimes I'll run my thumb through there. You can break a lot of that membrane loose. Just kind of peels it away. You don't have to get in there and skin. You can just separate, run your fingers. I know, no gloves, but get a better feel. No gloves. Okay, got everything loose, right? Legs loose. Legs loose. Push it up, right? Run it on its rear end. Push it up. Cut the throat, cut the neck. Gives you more slack. Right here you can see there's your shoulder bone going off to your wing. Here's your flight web. Is attached right here. I like to make a little start to cut. There's the bone. You can slip it down a little bit. Start cutting across. I didn't get all the way through that one. Okay, there we go. Make a little cut. Make it high enough that you're not going through your skin. Sorry if I'm sniffling, been sick for a couple of weeks. Get under there, come up. There you go, right there. Got the other side. Looks like cut. Parallel cut. There's your joint. Cut underneath of it. You can grab both sides. Look how that just peels right off, right? You can use the back of your knife and push if you want to. Put a little tension on the skin, rolling it back. Push a little bit, super tight right along in here. A lot of people cut through there. You know, I mean, because if there's not as much fat and it's super tight along this, you end up, while you're trying to skin, you end up cutting through the skin and if you just push with the back of your knife, you slide it off there and you don't have the cut throughs. Okay. Roll the belly skin over. See, we had worked the legs, thighs loose earlier, so here they are. Here's your knee, right? Cut in the back of it a little bit if you need to. Come in with the scissors, cut. Roll it over. Repeat this side. Get a little, peel back a little more. Back of the knee. Scissors, cut through. Oh, wrong side of the knife. There we go. Some string there for some reason. Put a little pressure so you can see the separation here. That's where you cut. I just like to tend to roll my bird, roll it backwards. You can grab it, put a little tension there if you need to. You can see where you need to cut. Starting tailbone here. You can see the tailbone right there. You see your oil glands coming up. I like to kind of cut either side of the tail there. Here's your quills. Still go in between there. You can make little cuts up here if you want. That's not necessary right now, but come back around. Here's your vent showing up. Let's go ahead and cut right through the vent. Come back to that later, trim that off if you need to now, but there's your tailbone again. On the bottom side, cut either side of it. There's the tip of it, pulled it out. There we go, pintail's bodied out. Push up through the leg. Where'd the knife? There it is. Okay. Start cutting. Put a little pressure. I'm putting my pinky there to kind of put a little tension back the other way while I pull to reveal where I want to cut. It's a little different, making sure I can be in the camera there, but okay. Back side of my knife, just kind of pushing along the bone down there at the, I don't know what you call that, knee, heel, whatever. Just kind of, like I said, back side of the knife, just pushing it down. Go to the other one. Pull that back out. Sometimes you can pull too hard to pull it all the way through. But that leg's broken too, so that's part of it. We'll clean this up. I can wire this, inject it. Probably go ahead and cut that foot off. Wire it up separate and inject them and set them aside, paint them. Not a big deal. You'll be able to hide that real easy. Okay, this wing's not broken. Come in. Look at all the pin feathers. Okay. Like to get a hold of it. There's the wing. Grab a hold, pull a little bit for separation. Stripping it down. Everybody does their wings slightly different. I like to just strip them down. Then again, still using the back of the knife to do that. There we go. Since we're here, we'll go ahead and just cut a lot of this off. Not too picky right here, just like to get the bulk of it off, and I'll get the rest with my flesher. I'll go ahead and pull it back through while I work on the other one so it's not in the way. Let's see. Not broken either. Skin it. Cut a little of that loose. Let's get it started. Once you get past this, it just slips down super easy. Same thing. Use this as a handle. Press up against the bone. Just kind of turning it inside out there so I can get to that. Push it down a little further. There you go. Same thing here. Clean it off. I take that ball off there. Some people leave them. Each their own. So just kind of whatever you like to do, however you like to do, just get some borax gives me a handle to get onto that meat if it's a little slimy or slippery or can't get a hold of it. Okay, there we go. Let's see, now we're gonna get the head out of there. Remove the body. Give it a little room. Backside of the knife, just knocking some of the borax off of there. About the only time I like using a little X-Acto knife, I guess you call it. See if I can do this. I'm a little older and going blind. I normally have a giant magnified ring glass that I can look through to get a better look at this. Have to do it without it this time. Okay. I like to open the mouth a little bit, stretches all this skin out. Stretches all this skin out right here. Gives me room to, yeah, I must have, yeah, I didn't cut it all that great. Okay. Just inside here. Guess I should have got a brand new one before I got started. This one seems to be a tad dull. There go, cut it loose. Just work your way all the way around. Push it back, make sure I got it loose there. Let's see, we'll come out from this direction. Got it dirty all over again after I cleaned it. Oh shit, sorry about that. Maybe one of these days I'll learn how to edit some of that out of there. I'll probably get a bunch of comments or PMs telling me to blow my nose or something to that effect. Hard to do this without my magnifying glass, guys. But I'll trim that up later. Like anything, you can grab underneath there, push back a little bit, loosen up. It's hard to use these tweezers with my left hand, but it's easier than trying to use my little fat fingers to hold on to that little piece of skin over there and skin it. Trying to get it all out of the way there. There we go. Maybe. Coming up on the eye socket there. Get that loose. When I very first started, we would cut a slit underneath here and skin the head out down through that hole. And yeah, we were keeping the real skulls, but now with all the reproduction heads we're using, obviously cut around the bill here. And I know some guys skin it out from the back. I don't know how they do it on all birds. But some birds they skin from the back and some they skin from the front. I just figure skin them all from the front. And gotta cut it loose sooner or later, so. Let's see. This is the part I struggle with the most. Trying to get this head loose. Okay. Maybe somebody will message me and say, hey, here's a link to one that'll make it easier for you. I don't know. I've looked around. just like to work my way around and back and forth until I can get it, all right, the back of the eye, until I can get it all loose. Back up to this one. And like I said, if I'd have started with a sharper blade, it might have made it a little easier on me. For this part anyway. Alright, let's see. Getting close to the ear hole here, coming down. There it is, ear hole. Make sure you get good and tight there so you don't create a big hole in the side of your head. Skin. Alright, ear hole on that side. Once I got that loose from the head, I just wrap here, pull the head out. No sense in skinning all that when you can pull it out that quick. Well, there we go. Pintail all skinned out. Everything turned. Now what I'll do is invert everything, the entire bird. Get it all inside out. Let's see. Take the long tweezers, work them down through the neck. Grab this, squeeze it, pull, squeeze it open, pressure, put pressure. Stretches the neck out, right? Turn it, stretch it. Then you can grab that part of the head, pull this over, right? Easiest way I've found to turn your head in, neck inside out. All right, then take scissors, clean up all the fat, clean all the bulk. If you got this long, snotty stuff, when you go to the fleshing wheel, that's what grabs and slings and slaps you and grabs a hold of the wheel and pulls it out of your hand, or it pulls and rips part of your bird. So it's good to get all that bulky stuff off first. Thank you very much.